Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you all are well and safe. In our physical class, uh, we have completed the lesson A reading attitude is altitude. So, today we are going to start a new lesson, and the name of the lesson is Every Success Story is Also a Story of Great Failures. It is B reading. Okay, so from the lesson itself, we can understand that for every successful story, no one will achieve their goal once, because we have to try, and then after the failure only we'll be achieving success in our life. So today we are going to learn about great persons. So we will see about the famous persons who has failed in their lives and later they have succeeded and become great personalities in the society. So if you see in the lesson, so every success story is also a story of great failures. Failure is the highway to success. Tom Watson Sr. said, if you want to succeed, double your failure rate. So what they are telling here is, to get success, failure acts like a highway to get succeeded in life. So here Tom Watson Sr., what he is telling is, if you want to succeed, double your failure rate. So what this famous person, what he is telling is, if we want to get succeeded in our life, so he is telling us to double our failure rate. If you study history, you will find that all stories of success are also stories of great failures. But people don't see the failures. They only see one side of the picture, and they say that person got lucky. He must have been at the right place at the right time. So even if we read the lifestyle, if we read about the biographies of famous persons in history, so we find all the stories of success and also stories of great failures. But people won't see the another side, means the failures people will not see. They just see the positive end of the person, and they say that the person got so lucky and he might have been at the right place at the right time. So they'll be thinking that the person might have the person may be very lucky to get that possession, but no one will observe the failures in the life of others. Let me share someone's life history with you. This was a man who failed in business at the age of 21, was defeated in a legislative race at age 22, failed again in business at age 24, overcame the death of his sweetheart at age 26, had a nervous breakdown at age 27, lost a congressional race at age 34, lost a senatorial race at age 45, failed in an effort to become vice president at age 47, lost a senatorial race at age 49, and was elected president of the United States at age 52. This man was Abraham Lincoln. So till now, about whom we were reading about Abraham Lincoln. You all know he is a very famous person, but see how many failures he was having in his life. You can see here, he was a man. This was a man who failed in business. So he failed in business at the age of 21. And what happened after that failure? He was defeated in a legislative race at age 22, and again he lost in his business at the age of 24, and his over he overcame the death of his sweetheart, means his wife, at the age of 26, and also had a nervous breakdown at the age of 27, and also he lost congressional race at age 34, and lost a senatorial race at age 45, failed in an effort to become vice president at age 47, and lost a senatorial race. Again, he lost senatorial race at age 49, but finally he was elected as the president of United States at the age of 52. Means till the age of 52, how many failures he was facing in his life, you can see, but he never gave up. He was trying his best to get, yes or no? So this person, who is this person? This person was Abraham Lincoln. Would you call him a failure? He could have quit, but he could have quit, but Lincoln defeat was a detour and not a dead end. So can we call him a failure? He might have quit, yes or no? What we will do, general nature of a human being is that we will try for one or two times, later we will quit, saying that no, I can't do that work, or you may say no, I am not getting that. But this person, he didn't quit, he was going on trying, yes or no? So defeat was a detour and not a dead end. So he has taken it as a opportunity, and he tried again, but he didn't stop his life to that failure only. In 1913, Lee DeForest, the inventor of the tubes, was charged by the district attorney for using fraudulent means to mislead the public into buying stocks of his company by claiming that he could transmit the human voice across the Atlantic. He was publicly humiliated. Can you imagine where we would be without this invention? So, what happened in the year 1913? This is about another person. Till now, we have read about Abraham Lincoln. So, here it is about Lee DeForest, and he is the inventor of tubes. But he was charged by district attorney for using fraudulent means to mislead the people into buying stocks of his company. Means he was taken to court, saying that he was misleading people for buying his stocks of his company, and by claiming that why he by claiming that he could transmit the human voice across the Atlantic, and he was publicly humiliated. Means he was humiliated, means feeling shy. Okay, means making him to feel shy, feeling ashamed in front of everyone. Means they have punished him, scolded him. If we scold you in front of your friends and others, how you will be feeling? So that is called humiliation. So this person, Lee DeForest, was humiliated in front of all the other people. So but can we, if he stopped, if he felt bad, and if he stopped his inventions, today we won't have that much great inventions of Lee DeForest. Okay, so a New York Times editorial on December 10, 1903 questioned the wisdom of the Wright brothers, who were trying to invent a machine heavier than air that would fly. 1 week later, at Kitty Hawk, the Wright brothers took their famous flight. So, this is about another person. We have read about Abraham Lincoln, Lee DeForest, and the third is Wright brothers. So, what happened here in a New York Times editorial, means New York Times newspaper on 10th December 1903, they have questioned the wisdom of Wright brothers. Why? Because they wanted to invent a machine which is heavier than air, but they want to fly that machine in the air. So they questioned their wisdom, saying that how can they fly a machine which is heavier than air. But 1 week later, at Kitty Hawk, what they do, these Wright brothers took their famous flight. Okay, so next is Colonel Sanders at age 65 with a beat up car and a $100 check from Social Security, realized he had to do something. He remembered his mother's recipe and went out selling. How many doors did he have to knock on before he got his first order? It is estimated that he had knocked on more than 1,000 doors before he got his first order. How many of us quit after 3 tries, 10 tries, 100 tries, and then we say we tried as hard as we could? So, we learned about Abraham Lincoln, Lee DeForest, Wright brothers, and the fourth is Colonel Sanders. So, Colonel Sanders, what did he do at the age of 65? With a beat up car, and he was having a $100 check from Social Security. So he was having only that beat up car and that $100 check in his hand, and he had realized something to do. What was that? He remembered his mother's recipe, and he went on he went out selling. So what happened, he remembered some recipe of his mother, and he wanted to prepare that recipe, and he want to sell. So can you imagine how many doors he have knocked before he got his first order? It is estimated that he has knocked more than 1,000 doors before he got his first order. So what we will do, suppose if we are in his place, we may be we may be trying for three times or 10 times or hardly 100 times, and we will say no, we can't do, means we'll quit. But this person, he knocked almost 1,000 doors till he get his first order. Actually, this is what now we say, which is KFC. That is what the recipe, that is what the it resembles the Colonel Sanders. Okay, what we eat now, saying that KFC chicken, that is the recipe of the Colonel Sanders actually. And see, as a young cartoonist, Walt Disney faced many reflections from newspaper editors who said he had no talent. One day, a minister at a church hired him to draw some cartoons. Disney was working out of a small mouse infused shed near the church. After seeing a small mouse, he was inspired. That was the start of Mickey Mouse. So, the person is Walt Disney. You all know who is Walt Disney, and what all the cartoons which you see today is because of this Walt Disney only. Actually, he is a young cartoonist, but he has faced so many rejections from newspaper editors saying that he has no talent. But one day, a minister at a church, he called and he hired him to draw some cartoons. So Disney was working out of a small mouse infused shed near the church. So he was working in a small shed, and at that time he saw a small mouse, and that mouse has inspired Walt Disney, and that was the start of Mickey Mouse. Now what we call this Mickey Mouse is the cartoon drawn by Walt Disney. Successful people do not do great things, they only do small things in great way. So what they are telling here is, successful people, they will not do great things in a they'll not do great things, they do only small things, but they do it in a great way. One day, a partially deaf 4-year-old kid came home with a note in his pocket from his teacher. Here, Tommy is too stupid to learn. Get him out of the school. His mother read the note and answered, my Tommy is not stupid to learn. I will teach him myself. And that Tommy grew up to be the great Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison had only 3 months of formal schooling, and he was partially deaf. So here it is again about another person. So one day, partially deaf means he can't listen, not completely but lightly he is having issue of listening. So that 4-year-old child, he went to his home with a note in his pocket from his teacher. So what was the name of that small boy? Tommy. So what was written in that note? Your Tommy is too stupid to learn, get him out of the school. Imagine, suppose if your teacher writes like that, how bad you will be feeling, yes or no? So seeing that note, his mother took that note and she read. After reading that, she answered saying that my Tommy is not stupid to learn, and she's telling, I will teach him myself. His mother said that, okay, my son is not stupid to learn, I will teach him. And that Tommy, who is that Tommy now? He is the great Thomas Edison, who is the inventor of bulb. Yes or no? So that Thomas Edison had he was having only 3 months of formal education, formal schooling, but later uh, everything he learned from his mother. Yes or no? Because his mother taught him, as their school was not allowing him to come to class, attend classes. Yes or no? So, and this Thomas Edison had only 3 months of formal schooling and he was partially deaf. So today we have learned about how many persons. One is Abraham Lincoln, second is Lee DeForest, third is Wright brothers, fourth is Colonel Sanders, fifth is Walt Disney, and the sixth is Thomas Edison. So I hope you have understood this lesson. We can see the six persons' life, how it was in the beginning. Everything was failure, but after trying so many times, they have achieved success in their life and became so famous. Yes or no? So I hope you have understood the lesson till here, and I will be sending you hard words separately in a PDF, and I want you to write them neatly in your notes and send me without fail, and we'll be completing the remaining part of the lesson in our next session. Thank you. Have a good day.